I feel like this is something Cheyenne would excel in. Corporate cussing out in the email. What's your
Hey,
tactic?
listen, I just go for it. I just cuss people out. I don't really
Straight with
camouflage
the
it.
bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I
an HR
don't.
issue.
Right.
I feel like it's easier to do. Well, you're right, because up until that point, I have already did the corporate cuss out. But when it gets to like a certain point, you are not understanding what I'm talking about. So now I have to be real with you.
Like how like does it get to a boiling point, or you just like straight off the cuff with it type shit? Is it like give you a stupid pass one
Well,
time type shit, or
not to cut you off, can you pull up the post so we can like read the
yeah?
comments? Because some stuff is funny.
I'm not really a code switcher at work. So like if
I'm
we're
so glad
having
you
a
talked about that.
if we're having a meeting and somebody says something, like 9 times out of 10 I'm already in. I'm just talking just like I'm talking now. So 9 times out of 10 I'm just like, that ain't gonna work. But
That ain't.
but
That ain't
if
it.
it's if we're going back and forth over email or something like that, then yeah, I'll have to get into my bag of corporate jargon and mumbo jumbo and double talk. But you know, it just depends on what you're trying to convey, like what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
We had a recent, my bad. We had a
Right.
recent work dispute. It wasn't me, it was two other people. And the end result was one person said the other person was racist, which is totally not true. But I was like, man, you could have said that in a flyer, more sensible way. But it made me laugh because it was like, why would you go to like level 10 off rip?
off the cuff. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I kind of feel like it depends on like the
The
tolerance of that
argument,
person. Yeah, like and the person too. Because if it's a somebody who's dumb who's always like starting shit, then
That's what it was. It was
coming
one
off the
person
cuff.
who always starts shit, and then the
See,
other person was like, I'm tired of you starting shit.
So
But the
that
one who always starts
person,
shit was like, nah, because you're racist. It was like, what?
the
That's kinda
person
cool.
that's always starting shit, you got to black on them if it's face to face. But if it's email, then you got to protect yourself. So if it's email, then you got to be like, previously we discussed.
Yeah, right.
After numerous attempts, I think it would be best if we sat down with a third party to discuss further matters.
Right.
Yeah, at that point you have to be like, per my last email and our last discussion, it seems we are not getting along on this issue.
Yep.
So I think further matters should be investigated.
Yeah, it's funny. The per last email happens. The previously stated one is funny as shit. That happened. That used to
That
happen all
means
the
so
time.
much in them 3 words.
As previously stated.
But
That means-
it's funny too though, because low-key that could be 1,000 different things. Like as a teacher previously stated could mean like if this is an email coming down from admin, top of the house, or even above them, right? District manager, all that other, or not even manager, but superintendent, blah blah blah. Previously stated could mean you didn't read it all the way through, which
Yep.
I've been like accused of doing, and I've done that before where I just like skim and I totally miss it. So that okay, cool, my fault. But sometimes it's not clear, bro. So as previously stated, you have to be like, okay, as previously stated, the rule says this, but does that include this and that, and does that exclude this or that? Like, you're not even being very clear. So what does that mean as previously stated?
In my head, when it comes to corporate, I'm Birdman at the Breakfast Club. I'm like, I ain't say this shit no more. But then you gotta project it different. So like, you gotta. You know.
I mean, to be honest with y'all, at this point, I use ChatGPT for a lot of my emails.
No, that's facts. That's facts. Yep.
Because I don't have time. Like, if I'm doing a flight and then I have to like set up interviews and stuff,
Yeah.
and people from corporate talking whatever nonsense they want to talk, I will really let ChatGPT answer it for me.
Oh yeah, no. That's a fact. ChatGPT do a lot of shit, or I use it to help aid me in a lot of shit.
It do, and 9 times out of 10, it be saying what I wanted to say anyway. So
No, exactly.
What's
It
up?
just says it way better than I would be able to fucking say it. So, it makes sense. Hey, what's up? What else was I gonna say? There was another one that I saw. Let me see. Just to clarify.
Per my last email, previously stated.
For future reference is another one that's like, oh, okay.
Oh wow, I remember one time we had this supervisor that came in from out of town, and at the time, like we all worked for a subsidiary, but like it covered 2 different companies. But so technically they're the same, but they're different products. So he was on a different product, but I knew both, and so I was kind of back and forth. And I remember he went and texted my boss something about me, and my boss wouldn't tell me what it was, but I was hot about it.
I said hi twice. Go ahead, Shane. I'm sorry.
My boss was like, you shouldn't even be mentioned over there and all this other stuff. And I remember I sent this man an email. I had to tell him, like, I am the best person to discuss me with. For future reference,
That's insane.
CC me on all correspondence that includes my name.
Yeah, that had to do with me. Yeah, damn.
He pissed me off. And when I went into his office to talk to him, I came to find out they had their ears pressed against the door. I never knew that.
And
I wasn't there cussing him out though.
Ooh, right.
I had to tell him, don't, hold on, wait a minute, you new here, and you telling people this and this about me. Did you talk to me about me before you started saying other stuff?
How did you feel internally? Like, what celebrity in your head felt like saying it? Like,
I didn't feel like no celebrity. I felt like myself. I was just hot about. I don't like when somebody starts something. 9 times out of 10, I'm very much whatever you heard about me is true and legendary. Okay, so I'm very much that girl. If you heard Cheyenne's fake and you need to leave her alone, believe that, because whoever told you that. So I don't like when people be starting little stuff like that, because then now I have to maintain especially at work, because now it's like, well, Cheyenne said whatever you heard about her is true. Now my work relationships is all fucked up because I had to stand on big business.
That's very hard to code switch from, by the way.
I mean, the code of the streets enters the code of the workplace.
The code of the streets interfere with the code of the workspace.
It really does, especially you ever have to call the cops on one of your coworkers?
Hell no, damn.
Nah, hell no.
You really gotta put your civilian hat on this.
Damn.
Oh man, this gonna sound so ignorant. I've never called 911 before.
I mean, that's like not a blessing.
Yeah, that's
no,
good.
I'm not talking about like danger. I'm talking about like what Cheyenne just said, like your civilian hat, like at work, like.
Oh yeah, man! At my last job, we had somebody come up there about their last check, talking about if I wouldn't let somebody get away with this on the street, why would I let somebody get away with it here? I was like, I feel you, but you can't say that to me because now. That
sound like you got some weaponry,
yeah.
you should have kept that to yourself, because we gotta get your parole officer involved now.
Oh, Cheyenne.
Kept that to yourself.
At top flight security, I got this. Watch out, man.
Because we didn't have security, so whenever somebody starts talking about getting violent or going through the back gates, they know the codes and all this other stuff. You should have just sat there and ate your salad. Remember that meme? You should have just sat there, because now I have to. Once you said it out loud, my safety is the most important here. So now I gotta call the cops.
Right? Yeah. Because I can't sit back and hope that I'm one of the people that you like, so you decide not to take me out.
I was always one of the people that they liked.
I don't even want to be in that. I would rather just be like, yeah.
It's just the facts of like, once you cross a certain line, in the code of the streets, I know you just talking shit. I know you just like trying to hype yourself up. I know you just saying that to sound tough. But when you
what if you're not?
When you're saying it in the workplace and you saying like you know how to get in the building and stuff like that,
that's different.
Right. You're taking it to a level of, okay, you're threatening like the building. You're threatening to break into a place that you no longer work. You're terminated. Buddy. You shouldn't even be here right now.
Yeah, you are no longer welcome. Damn.
What happened?
I said you're no longer welcomed here. Right.
Once you're no longer welcome, once you get termed, everything should be mailed out to you. There's no reason.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. If I see that happen to me sometimes. I've seen a former employee back on the property out, and I always look at like, hey, what's up with you? What you doing? Like nervous.
You don't want to be crosshairs.
I was like, it wasn't me, bro.
Man, we thought you got fired and you back.
You don't want to be in them crosshairs. That's why I try to tell people what you here for. Here's what I can solve. Here's what I can't solve. I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat. Now, once you start taking it to a level of violence, please be advised. Please be advised. Please be advised. I won't hesitate.
Be aware. I will involve law enforcement.
I won't hesitate to dial 911.
Per the sign on the door.
Do you got like a little red button to press just in case? Are you like?
No, I mean,
for real. My mom got one under their desk.
Yeah, because like there's this HOA that I delivered to, and the lady showed me she got like a button like right under the desk, and they got glass in the front.
That sticky though, like it shouldn't get that sticky.
You never know.
You never know, but that's what 911 is for.
You have to find out fast enough.
Right.
I work at the airport. It's cops in the airport.
Well,
still, they got to run to you.
They right next to my office.
Lucky.
The person might have took them off already.
Oh God, right.
That happens.
You got a wild out, bro.
How can they take down a team of trained professionals? You will have to be John Wick or somebody.
Man.
Hey, you don't know nowadays, Cheyenne. I'm just saying.
That is true.
Nowadays, man.
These young bulls be wilding too.
The YNS. We gonna